Leute, wir haben Gäste im Haus. Und zwar mit einem sehr interessanten Titel, ein Puzzle-Game, was ein bisschen an Witness erinnert. Wir werden mal schauen, was dahinter steckt. Kommt dieses Jahr noch für September raus. The Sojourn heißt es. Und das gucken wir uns jetzt mal an. Also viel Spaß. Hallo liebe Leute, herzlich willkommen hier auf Rocket TV. Wir zeigen heute zum ersten Mal The Sojourn. Und zwar kommt das Spiel erst noch raus dieses Jahr und dann auch auf anderen Plattformen nächstes Jahr. Aber wir werden über all das jetzt noch sprechen und natürlich auch schon mal was zeigen. Ich bin wirklich froh, dass mir die Fragen auch beantwortet werden können, die ich habe, denn ich habe eine ganze Menge. Welcome, Shona, Fridh.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be
welcome
here.
to Rocket TV. You are sie ist PR-Managerin bei Iceberg Entertainment or Iceberg Interactive, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for that. So, yeah, welcome. It's really nice to have you here, as I told. And you can show us a little bit of The Sojourn, a game that will come out in September.
Yeah.
And so we are going to start in a few seconds. But at first, let us show the trailer.
Yeah.
So, Leute, wir können uns erstmal den Trailer anschauen, damit ihr überhaupt wisst, falls ihr noch gar nichts gehört habt von diesem Titel, was denn überhaupt hinter The Sojourn steckt. Also viel Spaß mit dem neuen Trailer und dem Release-Datum, das dann da auch drin stehen wird. Dann sehen wir uns hier gleich wieder zurück und dann werde ich ganz viele Fragen noch beantwortet kriegen und dann spielen wir auch ein bisschen rein. Also, das war der Trailer zu The Sojourn. It's going to release in September. What's the final release date?
It's the 20th of September.
For PS4?
PS4, Xbox One, and for Epic Game Store.
Cool.
Yeah.
And after that, maybe next year or something, there will be the Steam release?
Yeah, so it's a 1-year exclusive with Epic, and then after that, it will be on Steam as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've heard that only 4 people are going to develop this game. That's quite impossible. So, what can you tell us about, or could you tell us something about the developers? I mean, they are called Shifting Tides, and I guess it's their first project.
Yeah.
So, what about the 4 guys who did it?
Yeah. They're, like you say, 4 people. 2 of them are artists, which you can definitely tell in the game. It's very art focused. And then one of them is a programmer, and one of them is a designer. So. Yeah, it's a very small team, but it's the first project we're working with them on, and we're really proud of them and happy. It's a really good game.
Cool. Yeah. So let's go into start.
I
mean,
of course.
I guess the people want to see something about.
Yeah, I'll hand over the controls to you because it's very much based on the experience when you play it. So.
All right. Really exciting.
Yeah.
Before that, you published titles like Killing Floor 1 and 2 and some other things, Dark Matter.
Yeah.
The Sojourn is a bit different.
Yeah, it's very. It's for us, we're known in the industry for having a lot of fantasy and strategy titles and so forth. But this is as you know, a puzzle game, and it's quite like you say, different in terms of the art as well and everything. But I think it's just such a beautiful game, and it's one of the reasons why we wanted to diversify our portfolio a little bit as well, and show different types of games than the ones we've done traditionally.
Right. I guess some of our community members are thinking about. Yeah, it's quite like The Witness.
Yeah.
What are the main differences, or is it similar?
So I can definitely see why people think it looks similar to The Witness in a way. I mean, the art and the atmosphere and so on is very heavily in focus here. But I think that in terms of puzzles and so on, actually the developers have been more inspired by games like Portal 2, not so much in the art, but more in the way to solve the puzzles.
Right.
So it is inspired by games like The Witness and Talos Principle, but it's not like a rip-off or the same game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's really...
Yeah, that's something that has also been, very important to the developers, is that they give the players a relaxing atmosphere when they play the game. You can hear it in the music, you see it in the art and so on.
Okay. Okay, I don't know what to do here.
Did you see
But
any?
maybe Yeah, there's a change, but cannot go there, right? No.
If you go back to the ledge and you can see something to your right.
Wait a second, I have to to change it again. I guess this one. Yeah, now it's perfect.
Yeah.
Cool. I hate
Yeah.
inverted style. So
That's okay, no problem. So if you read the little text up there.
This is statue to okay. A statue at the beginning, this one?
No, if you go back. I don't know how much you want me to tell you. I think
maybe
it's good to like have some clues, but
it is.
But not obviously to. Yeah.
It was this one. Okay. Wow. Okay, now we're talking.
Takes a little while to solve it sometimes, but it's always a nice feeling when you manage to solve the puzzle and you think, now I know it.
I mean, for me, it's completely new.
Yeah.
And there are not that many puzzle games out there.
No.
So it's nice to have this experience.
Definitely, yeah.
Same with... Yeah, okay. Let's look there. And are there going to be some cutscenes or something, or is it only is the story and the whole world told by the world himself? Or
more like that. So there's very limited amounts of text. There's no voiceover, as you can hear. There's not really that many. I don't believe there's any cutscenes really either. So, or if there are very few of them. And the whole reason is that we want to respect the player's intelligence and not apply any meaning to, like, we think it's something that the players experience themselves when playing this game. So the narration is kind of told through the experience and interacting with the environment.
Okay. So it's environmental storytelling.
Yes, definitely.
Cool. Where do I have to move it? Oh, what's there? From here it came. Then... right. I saw it. Yeah, okay. I'm not that... that fast. Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? What happens if I... okay. That. I'm going to die, right?
But the nice thing with this game is that since we really wanted to feel relaxing, it's very forgiving. So even if you do things like that, it doesn't, make you lose any progress or anything. It's just very kind to the player.
Okay.
Yeah. What happens if you try to walk towards the bridge and then swap with the statue? If you go into flames, and if you then try and swap again, and then swap back.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a new concept.
Yeah,
and,
of course, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So, like,
okay.
you can see that the bar itself gets filled up when you step into the flames, and it's up to you to then strategically decide how to use your energy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what changed here?
The nice thing as well is that there's a progressive learning curve, so, you know, the more you play it, the harder...
Oh, yeah.
The harder it gets, of course. There are 4 different chapters. So we're currently playing chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you will notice when you play it that the chapters look quite different to one another. That, you know, there's a different meaning, different kind of art style as well. Or, yeah, not art style, but the graphics itself. It's just looks different depending on which chapter you're playing.
I learned. A bit.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so here again.
It's still Monday. It's okay.
It is. Okay, it doesn't work now because I was too slow. Can I jump?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to switch a little faster. So maybe I do it here. So okay. Is it enough, or do I have to do it?
I don't remember. I think it's
more.
enough, but I think you will. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Have you played a lot of puzzle games in the past?
I played The Witness and I loved it.
Yeah.
And of course Portal.
Yeah.
Everybody
has played Portal. Yeah.
But not that many. I mean, on mobile phones there are some nice Monument Valley and something like that. You know.
Yeah. What's nice though is that it brings together, you know, this really heavy focus on art with puzzles as well, and it just brings it all together in one harmony. So
yeah, it is.
That's nice.
It's a really nice artwork, by the way.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, wait a second. I have to look what's here. Unlock the gate to Paris. Is there a key or something? No.
Do you notice anything different in the environment from what there used to be?
This bridge, but...
Anything else?
This one? What's that? Okay, maybe I'm going to try something.
Sure. Oops.
The dark gate will be open for... So maybe anything is going to happen now? No. Okay.
If you try to swap, what happens?
Oh, I have to do it again. From there, you mean? Okay. Right. Maybe one more time. So, and then from here.
If you turn to your left.
Oh, what happened there? Oh, right. Cool.
Yeah, so it takes a little while to learn the core game mechanics and how they, you know, but once you've learned it, it's really fun to play it because the game really advances and combines certain elements to make it even harder. And yeah, even if you're really experienced with puzzle games, I do think that there's still a challenge to it, you know.
And the switching between those things, is it in the whole game or are there more mechanics?
There are more
later?
mechanics. Yeah, there's more mechanics, and yeah, it's as you can probably tell already, there's a lot of symbols and a lot of it's quite philosophical, in a way, with the being in the light world versus being in the dark world and what you can see in the different worlds. We don't really want to tell people what the meaning of it is, but we believe it's something that you can experience yourself and apply if you even find a meaning. But it's not all there is. There's more elements to it as well, which we will hopefully get to show you today a little bit.
If I'm not that slow.
You'll be fine. You're actually good, I think.
That's really far away. Hopefully I can switch there, so... Okay. Can I go back or with the statue, or is the gate then closed again?
Yeah, so the gate is open when you're in the cage, but you need the flame in order to get the power.
Yeah, okay. I open it again and then...
So you have to think in stages, kind of, like where do you want to end up, and then work your way from there.
Okay, that didn't work. Yeah, so... okay. So, step by step. Wait a second. It's here. I'm not that fast. Okay, maybe... okay, maybe... yeah, no.
So, one question is if you need to be in the cage right now.
Okay.
Maybe...
maybe that way, and then...
What happens if you walk near the bridge and then take the statue to the flame?
How do I... you
like
mean
that, and then
way?
you walk to the flame?
But then... okay. That was not quite good. But...
Yeah, you'll just have to not be in the cage right now.
You mean I can go back later?
Yeah.
And then... okay.
In stages, so
okay.
that's an option.
That's what you meant. Okay.
Just, yeah. And then you go to the cage again.
Yeah, wait. One more time.
Yeah. You just swap once.
This one, then there, and then I have to go back. Alright.
If you walk there,
yeah. Faster. Okay, now I can switch and then...
Voila.
I don't know if there's enough time for... okay, cool. And two of the developers were able for the artworks, right?
Yeah, definitely. And they are artists as well. And this is something that is really, I think differentiates the game to a lot of other games, is that it's so beautiful. And not that other games aren't beautiful, but more that it's something that really stands out when you see it, when you play it, that it's such a relaxed atmosphere. The colors are so beautiful and very immersive, if that makes sense. And it's definitely one of the more important things for them, that it is, relaxing and nice for players to play. It's not a game you necessarily have to sit through hours after hours. You might come back to it or not, but there's no like timers or anything on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, understand. Not enough time. Okay. Maybe I have to switch again. No. No, it's open. Okay. I like it that that the time is going when I walk, but if I stand there, there's nothing going.
No.
So you can stand there and overthink a bit.
That is the thing, right?
What am I going to do?
That is the nice thing. It's very chill, and you can just take your time and be strategic about it. There's no clock ticking or something like that.
Except we are on a show, and then I have to do it a little bit more.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe people at home are being frustrated that they're thinking, oh, you should do like this, or.
They are for sure. I don't know if there's enough time, but maybe I have to go back there and then I can switch.
You can try.
Yeah.
It's nice, that's the nice thing. You just try and see what happens.
Yeah. So now's more time.
Yep. Yeah, almost.
Okay, maybe you can go back and then back again. Yeah. Cool.
Here you go. So you're progressing quite well.
Yeah, it's cool to have a learning curve.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed that it gets harder, the more you play it, but of course this is still chapter 1, and it's going to be even harder. So if you play, for instance, chapter 1, level 1, it's really easy, but of course chapter 1, level, say 15 or something like that is even more hard, and then chapter 2 is introducing new things.
So you can't tell about how long the game's going to take, because every player don't. Yeah. I mean, you cannot say you have to put 8 hours into it.
Yeah.
Because you play the game in another way than I am going to play the game.
We tend to say it takes around 10 to 15 hours if you play all of it, but then it also, as you say, depends on the person and how used you are to puzzle games and how quickly you get the puzzles.
But how many chapters are there after all?
So there's 4 chapters in total. But yeah, we don't really want to focus so much on the actual number of challenges in the chapters. We just usually say that it's about 10 to 15 hours, depending on how quickly you are.
Okay. I guess I have to go there to this thing?
Yeah.
Or...
I think. Yeah, that's not where we came from right now.
Yeah. What is that?
That's the light. It's guiding you.
Okay, so...
So you want to follow the light.
It's going to open now? Yeah. Consonants. Okay. Where's the statue? Ah, there. A ring. Okay. So it's quite symbolic, is it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So you can see already that there's a different mechanic introduced, and that it does a different thing, of course, than the previous ones.
Okay. Ah, I understand. Okay. Cannot switch anymore. It's not that easy. But is there enough time to go there and then?
We'll see if you.
Okay, wait a second. Okay. So now I have to die, I guess. Shit.
So it's possible to walk back there,
okay.
but you can't walk the other way. That's nice. You don't have to commit suicide, so it's better.
Yeah, so I have to do it step by step again.
Yeah. Or if you walk to near the bridge again. And then you can... So at the moment, you need to be in the dark world to play the harp. But you can still walk across the bridge as long as the music is playing.
Ah, okay. That changed everything.
Yeah. So now I've shown you some of chapter 1. I want to show you a little bit of chapter 2.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So yeah, this is the very, in between chapter 1 and chapter 2 that we're looking at right now.
Okay. Do you know the inspirations of the developers? Is it like, Portal, of course, and some other things we were talking about, like The Witness, or is it like they wanted to do a new innovative thing?
I would say a bit of both. So yeah, it was inspired, like we said, Portal 2, and also by games like the Talos Principle, and Witness as well, and. But at the same time, I think that the art and the way the game is, with the puzzles combined with the art style, combined with the storytelling experience and so on, I think it's actually quite unique in that sense. I would say it's a bit of both.
Okay.
Did you notice something different about the harp?
Yeah. Wait, I try something out. Nothing changed here, actually. Or do I have to look better?
See. Yeah, if you go a bit closer to the harp, see if you can see any difference.
Okay.
Does it look different?
I mean, this one is look different, but okay, maybe I cannot change now. Okay.
Good try. Yeah, you never know.
But that's not going to happen. Maybe you can help me a little bit.
Yeah, if you walk even closer, so if you go back around to the harp and see if there's anything different, if you walk really close to it, what happens?
Here. Oh, okay. Oh.
So, did you notice that you were playing the harp without being in the dark world?
Yeah.
And so, do you think you have an idea why that was?
Okay. I have to think a bit more about light and darkness.
Yeah.
So that's the main point in the game, right?
It's a symbolic thing, yeah? So, you're in the dark world, you can see things that you can't see when you're in the light world. And moving between dark and light is one of the interesting features of this game, I think. Okay. What happens if you walk to the other room now and you put...
Maybe I can change both.
Maybe if you walk to the statue.
And then here? Yeah, okay. All right, now we're talking. Oh, moment. Okay. Oh, that's a nice room.
Yeah, beautiful. The nice thing here now is that the game really opens up. So as you probably noticed in chapter 1, you were playing in a linear way. So you were solving the puzzles in a certain order. Whereas now you're actually able to choose which order you want to play it in. So you can start, because you have the numbers over the door, you can start with number 1 if you want, or number 4 if you'd rather. And you can see on the right-hand side, there's a -4. When you've solved a puzzle, it will say 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. And when you've solved all of them, you will be able to get to the next set of puzzles. So feel free to choose whichever one you want to play. You want to start by 1, or if you want to go to right into the hardest ones, or depends how you feel.
Okay, I look to the symbols.
Yeah.
What is that? Looks like a puzzle part. This one,
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can go here. Is it a different, difficult part, or do you know? This
one?
This part, yeah.
It's each chapter brings in new mechanics, and it's a bit more difficult, but I think you'll be able to do it. I think you've seen the stuff that you need to see in order to understand it. It's just combining all that knowledge into one space now.
At first, I have to look. What can I do here? This one with that. This one, okay. Okay. Yeah, I have to do something. This one. No, it was not. Oh, as you told, the music's going to play, and then okay, easy. Oh, okay. I had to do it that way. So yeah, that way. Ring. Oh, okay. I thought I can switch here.
Did you notice you were playing the harp when you were in the light world?
Oh yeah.
Remember why that was?
To switch both. Wait. Yeah. You mean the pickup?
Yeah.
Thing? Okay. And then here, okay.
It's not the easiest, I guess. It's of course easy if you know it, but when you don't know it, it's hard to see it.
For you, it's quite easy, isn't it?
Of course. Well, I mean, I've played it a few times. But in the beginning, it was hard, and I think that's the nice thing. It gives you that real feeling of accomplishment once you get it. You're like, oh yeah, I get it now. You know.
Ah!
Don't worry, just pick back up again.
Is it like a lot trial and error later?
Well, I think it's in the beginning always a little bit trial and error, but I think when you understand how it works, the game mechanics and so on, and you understand how to interact with the...
Oh no. Was it that?
You wanted some extra music, I think.
Yeah, of course. Okay. That's the darkness, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, you can notice as well, you see something that you don't see in the light world. What happens if you see it in the light world?
Then they are not there anymore. They are.
You look now? Look up to the... Oh.
You mean if it's
so those
away?
red... Yeah.
Okay, wait. I have to go. So... yeah, no. Okay.
And then you check, and you notice it's gone.
Okay. So... Then I have to swap. All right. Well, it's really step by step.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can take some time. So
yeah, and that's the nice thing, right? You don't need to stress, and it's very relaxing. It's very chilled out. You just sit and play it in your own time. And I mean, it's always hard, like you're doing now. Somebody sitting here that knows the game, watching you play it. It's
pressure.
Yeah, but if you play it at home, you know, I don't think you'll be having somebody sitting next to you that really knows the game, and yeah, who knows, maybe.
Yeah. What happened now? It's open. Now that's open. Yeah.
How do you get up there then?
Yeah. It's a success.
Well done.
Oh.
So you're releasing the light from its cage.
So it's
good.
Yeah, it is. It fits really good.
Yeah.
Is it like? Do I have to? Is it the goal to have light everywhere at the ending, or
Not
to defeat the darkness, or
not necessarily like a goal as such, but yeah, it uses the light as like a symbol, I guess.
okay?
So this is our chapter 3. A little bit of an introduction to it. I'll just show you. You can already see that it looks quite different, right? With the art, and it's a bit darker, I think.
It's really nice. Really awesome artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, in the most puzzle games, it's the artwork that's impressive. But here it's really, really, really wonderful. And for how long are the developers working on the title?
I believe it's over 4 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, only with 4 people, so it takes a long time.
But as we mentioned earlier, it's about to be released very soon, in less than a month, actually. So yeah, it's been a long process, but now we're getting there.
Okay.
So yeah, this is very beginning of chapter.
Nice
3.
environment.
Yeah, a bit colder, but it's beautiful, I think personally, but I'm maybe biased.
Ah, okay. Now you're switching with portals.
Mm-hmm. Again, I can't cross here.
Uh-huh.
I need to figure out somewhere else to go. It's maybe a bit cheat because I do know a faster way to do it, but
yeah, I mean, for our viewers, it's better. So
yeah,
maybe
you can.
Have you played the whole game yet?
Actually, I haven't, but I've played a lot of it. But I still want to play more because it's always like such a goal to also not only be able to solve the puzzles, but of course to challenge myself and maybe do it even faster. And yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I've put a few hours into it, I must say. But it is a really nice game to play, and it's a relaxing game. I don't need to stress, and yeah, I can take my time in playing it.
Yeah, it's really relaxing. You know, I'm a big fan of virtual reality, but it isn't that relaxing. It's every time it's really after an hour I'm really fine with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, final goodbye to this world, and then we will
Impressive, really impressive.
Yeah. So yeah, this is basically an introduction to The Sojourn, and mentioned earlier, will be released on several platforms. So Epic, it will be released on PlayStation 4 and on Xbox One as well.
Okay, so for the PC version, the game's gonna publish exclusively on Epic Games Store.
Yes.
What are the advantages of this format? Why did you choose with Iceberg Interactive to do it with Epic Games and not similar with on the same point with Steam or other platforms?
Yeah, I mean, so Epic actually approached us, so they really scout for good games that they believe in, and they found The Sojourn and they thought it was a really nice game. And for us, it's a good opportunity to be able to diversify and to sell our games on multiple storefronts. And Epic is a nice partner to work with. They're very supportive of marketing efforts as well. So we, for instance, have had a lot of help around E3, but also now with the Fortnite World Cup coming up, we are able to have the game shown there as well. And I just think as well, it's a nice partner to work with, but we're not like picking sides over the whole industry with games with Steam and Epic. We still have probably around 10 games per year released, and 9 out of them are on Steam.
Ah, right.
So Epic this is our only and very first game on Epic So we're excited about it as well.
Cool.
So yeah, it's cool.
So I wish you all the best.
Thank
with it.
you.
Really.
Thank you.
Are you going to be on or at Gamescom?
We are, yeah, but we're showing some other games at Gamescom.
So the Sojourn will not be on.
The Sojourn will not be at
Okay,
Gamescom.
so you have to wait until September, and then you can finally play it.
Yes, exactly. But yeah. If people are at Gamescom, feel free to just drop by and check out some of our other titles.
Do you know in which hall you will be at Gamescom?
So we are actually not in the consumer part. We're at the business part, but we're in hall 4.
But I'm sure we will be at the Gamescom with you.
Yeah.
Or at your booth or wherever you will be.
We should be, yeah, definitely.
So I guess we'll see us again at Gamescom. So thank you for joining us. It was really a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's a nice game. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß, liebe Leute. Mit The Sojourn. Das war ein interessanter Titel. Der wirklich entspannt ist. Ihr habt es ja mitbekommen, die Atmosphäre, die Stimmung, das ist alles ein bisschen entspannter. Auf der Gamescom werden sie sein, haben sie gesagt, allerdings behind closed doors. Aber ich bin mir sicher, wir werden auch mal vorbeischauen und euch ein bisschen was zeigen, was denn Iceberg Interactive noch so alles machen. Wie gesagt, Killing Floor hatten sie und einige andere interessante Titel. Im September kommt das Ganze raus. Ich weiß gar nicht, was hier nachkommt, aber viel Spaß mit dem weiteren Programm bei Rocket Beans TV. Mir hat Spaß gemacht, ich hoffe euch auch. Bleibt einfach dran, bis zum nächsten Mal. Thank you for joining us. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Macht's gut. Tschüssi.
Bye.